first day that I actually met somebody else for parkour, just two other people showed up, and they were both guys who'd been into breakdancing. And so I'd been really eager to meet people because I wanted to learn how to do things. I wanted to kind of get help because I found it really, really difficult about just do some moves. And when the guys showed up, they said, "Oh look, you know, we're really new to this. We haven't done any parkour before." And I was like, "Oh, that's great. Me too. You know, we can try things out, see what happens." And one of the guys ran in a straight line towards the park bench, jumped up onto the back of the park bench, and then did front somersaults before landing on the ground again. And I was kind of there going, "Well, I can do a roll and I can do a little jump." And they just felt that, you know, they were beginners as well. So for some people it seems really easy for them to start off and get into some of the kind of the flashy, the exciting stuff. For me, I still can't do any flashy or exciting stuff. But it's taken me a long time to build up to where I am, just bit by bit.
I've known about it for about 3 years, been trying to get people together to do it, and when I found Parkour Ireland website, it was just that was it. What I was trying to do was already there, so I just joined in.
Yeah, the Parkour Ireland website has been on for almost 2 years. At the moment there's over 400 people registered at the website, but I think a majority of those probably aren't regular visitors. But there's definitely there's a number of groups in Dublin, in Galway, and I think the largest groups will probably be in Belfast that all use the website to kind of organise their meetings, any training. They've organised trips from Dublin to Belfast and the other way through the website. So it's been really good for the community and getting people to meet up and things like that.
I'm actually from kind of a rural area, so I kind of found it on the message board and through one of my friends from town. So then I started practicing out in my area, and then I came into Dublin.
The double bourbon goes.
I warned you this night. We all start hugging each other. It's weird. There's no scoring method. It's not meant to be competitive at all. If you have a group of people training together, generally people offer advice. If you see someone do something that you can't do, you can ask them to show you how it's done. How should you approach a move? Should you make it fast? You know, what angle should you go for if you're trying to get over a certain obstacle? But never to push someone to try and do something that they don't feel confident about. It's a huge thing to be confident in what you're going to do. If you're unsure of whether you're going to make a jump, then you probably won't. You've got to be kind of sure in your abilities, and I think generally people encourage other people rather than kind of push them into doing something that they're not ready for. Right from the beginning in parkour, people have tried to get across that it's non-competitive. It's not a game to see who can do the biggest jump or the most impressive trick. It's always been that you try and do something challenging, but that within your limits, that you try and start with something small and build up by training and repetition. And you only do something if you're certain that you can do it. If you want to try and jump something that's 3 meters off the ground, we'll make sure that you've jumped a similar distance or something comparable 1,000 times at ground level. That you don't just aim for the big thing straight away, because I mean that's going to lead to the worst injuries, you know, recklessness. So try and emphasizing on the website, and try and emphasizing that with people that you meet. And hopefully people do understand that they've got to build it up to the impressive things that they obviously most people want to do at the start of the school.